Hello, this is my weekly music journal where I document the process of my musical composition. So this week I did the mix of the composition I'm working on, and it was quite tricky because I had to decide what to put in the foreground and what to put in the background, because actually when you record when you compose, there is divergent phase where you have many ideas and you decide to put one there and one in the other place. But at a certain point, in this time, you already do kind of a filter with something which works and something that doesn't work. But actually, everything comes in the final mix, and there you have to do the same kind of filtering evaluation. So it's a convergent phase, as in the creative process. And in this phase, you have to decide what to put in the foreground and what in the background. And it's a decision where you actually shape the composition. So today I would like to bring you through the process, so to let you see actually what in Logic is my composition and to tell you the whole thing. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so here we are, and this is the whole composition. It's made by 77 quarters and plus 7 at the beginning and 7 in intro and outro. 5 and 7 are the different parts of the composition. So basically, you have these 12 chords made by the whole notes, and the D as the beginning at the end. There is a symbolism in this D because D is the dictator of this South Alliance in my imaginary world. I also used this numerical system as base for the beginning of the composition, which is this one. You know, it's also in 77 beat per minute. Okay, and I did this with the app I did with AI, which is a complex rhythm circle, drum circle, let's see. And it's also made by 2, 5, and different combinations of these numbers and 7 plus 7, okay? Then I just slow it down a little bit to 77 beat per minute. And that's the beginning, the moving machine coming and going away, because actually I did this automation so that you have the reverb goes up and volume goes down, while this machine is symbolically represented as this guitar, which is an intervallic design. I did previously sampling my own acoustic guitar with the paper between the strings, and also with the addition of the real guitar, the full take of the guitar I played from the beginning to the end. And I also crossed the pan so to have this kind of relation and tons of echo, actually. That's the guitar. I doubled it with the electric guitar. So I have also the same part made by 2 electric guitar in stereo. Then I worked on the drums, and they are subdivided in the 7/8 part and in the 5/8 part. Okay. These parts are made with the samples I did in the factory, and I put it in the drum machine designer here. Okay. And I did something similar but different for the 5/8 part. I also did something quite strange on the bass, because actually I played from the beginning to the end, but on the same chord, or for example, here, I just splitted the take, and I put it a part here and a part and the other part here, so to cross them and to get this kind of stereo sound of the bass. I don't think it's so common, but I like it, so I did it. Then there's the D note, which is obsessive in this composition because it represents this dictator, and it's represented by these two tracks, two layers. One is this affected electric guitar, which has something like a steam sound too, and I wanted to add it. This happens every time the chord changes. So we have all the chords beginning with this note. Then I have a obsessive reminder of D here with this acoustic guitar, which is playing just the D note. I also added two tracks of power chords. This on the 7/8 part, while on the 5/8 part, I added a pick guitar, so something different here. Also in stereo, two different tracks. And I also doubled the piano here, putting some erasers in the strings of my upright piano. Then there are two parts that are on the whole structure. So one is the E-bow track, which is quite important at the beginning. Then voices come in. Okay, that's it. And then I also added the algorithmic guitar, which is the kind of the software which is working on this moving machine. And these are groups of 7, 5, and 2 notes that are working together as a kind of the software of this moving machine. But I have to stop this flow while the piano comes in, because there's the mission that Anesh understand to have to accomplish, and the sigma chord, which is, sigma, these are the 5 notes of a sigma chord. What a sigma chord is, it's complicated to say. If you want to go through my crazy website where I'm doing my Wikipedia about this imaginary world I'm building, you can go. It's up to you at your risk, and you will find also the whole explanation of the numerical symbols, numerical system. Okay, so here I have the algorithmic guitar here coming in. And here the sigma chord. And then they go on. Okay, so at the end of the composition, I will cut it. Basically, I will cut it at the 77 bar. And there's the ending part of the composition plus a few bars of the 5/4, which introduces the clock of yantra, which will be the next part of the composition. So now I'm ready to release it on Spotify. I will do it this week, certainly. And I will try to do my multi-track video. That's it. So see you next week. Ciao.